How are you feeling with what happened here in court today?
Well, I'm glad it's over, but I don't like this second-degree murder. It should be first-degree because he had a motive, he knew what he'd done, and it's kind of not fair because he's still, playing the victim. He had a motive.
Tell us about your grandmother.
Oh, she was a lovely lady. She would do anything for you. She would, look at the good in people. She would never look at the bad.
Was your dad able to sort of exploit that with your grandmother?
Oh, he resented her for everything that she's done. Like for praying, he would say, "Oh, why is she doing that?" It's like, come on. Who cares if she's praying? Like that's what she likes to do. Everything. He resented her for everything.
What are your thoughts on your dad? How do you feel about your dad, seeing him in there?
Oh, it was very hard. I couldn't even look at him. Like I could not look at him in the face. I had to turn away every time I saw him. It was very hard. Very hard.
What do you think about what he said in court?
I don't buy it whatsoever. He's, like I said, he's playing the victim. He said that he didn't know what happened, but he knew exactly what he was there for that night.
As I said in my submissions, we have to take into consideration a lot of things. We obviously have to consider the horrific nature of the crime and everything that's gone on, but we also have to consider the people that are still here and that people would still have to go through the process. And Michael Hawley in particular has been a significant consideration in that, and speaking with him and the obvious impact that the crime has had on him and him seeing all of that happen.
This, I think, at the end of the day, is the proper outcome. It was a very, very strange case, and there were certainly significant aspects of the offense that really made me wonder. I think a lot of people wonder what the state of his mind was at the time, but at the end of the day, this is a proper outcome, and I think a good outcome for Mr. Hawley. I don't think that there is really much more to do with it rather than to put the plea into second. I think there are certain aspects of first-degree murder which had some superficial attraction, but I don't really know that it was that strong a case, and this is probably where a jury would have been driven to finish the case in the final analysis. From the defense point of view, it would have been a very difficult case. There was no issue on identity. It was simply a question of what was the state of his mind at the time. And if you heard the facts, he wasn't operating all that rationally, but certainly wasn't sufficiently irrational to really provide a proper foundation for not criminally responsible. And that was pretty clear, or even manslaughter. So this, I think, is a good outcome for Mr. Hawley, and it's a good outcome for his family, because particularly his son doesn't want to have to relive this, and that was really what drove Mr. Hawley to enter the plea. He simply didn't want his son to suffer any more than he already had, and that was the end of it. He was willing to just to do this and to put it behind him, but also to save his son the pain.